I am so excited. Know Your Worth Conference 2022 so far has been absolutely amazing. Service on Thursday night, all day today. Now, if you can hear, we're having a party, and tomorrow we have our luncheon, but I'm so excited. And honestly, this has exceeded my expectations, and I cannot wait to see what God's going to do next year. Thanks for coming, and make sure you're here next year.
I would really hate. So sis, spin that wheel.
So ladies, know your worth and wear it well. This is going to be, and for me, my process took out the microwave mentality. My process just said that every day I'm doing something for Lachelle. And I have a sign over my desk at home that says, I'm gonna make you so proud today.
I was back to work in 6 business days. And ever since then, I have been convinced, and I am convinced, that what was going on in me was hidden from me because I wasn't focused on all of me.
Into him, and he's growing in spite of what the doctor said about him. And she is doing a fantastic job raising Zion Levi, her promise.
How the day was.
OMG.
Is all we can say for the day.
Today was phenomenal.
Everything and more we expected.
The healing that's continuing to happen in this season, you gotta know your worth.
It's amazing.
You have to know your worth, or else you will miss it. Know
Just
that
like
you
that.
are worth the
Every
healing. Take the time, come out, invest in yourself. You're worth it.
Hi, my name is Destiny Gomes. Today was fabulous. The women's conference was fabulous. Know Your Worth conference was fabulous. I was so blessed with every speaker, everything tied into my life. We have resources we could go to, and I'm going to take advantage and go to each and every one of them. And the vendors, excellent. And of course, our Lady Hassel, who put this all together, is fabulous, and I thank her for that, and thank you, Lord, for the good time that we fellowship with the ladies.
Hi, I thank you for inviting me, Lady Hassel. I enjoyed myself as always when I'm in your presence. Also, I look forward to you every morning faithfully for that Know Your Worth statement. I love you, and God bless, and thank you again for inviting me.
I was tired, but I'm on cloud 9 right now, so. Thank you.
Hi, I'm here at the Know Your Worth conference given by Reverend Alonda Hassel. It was amazing. When I walked in the door, I felt God's presence, and every speaker, everything that was done here was done in excellence. Every speaker touched on the same theme. If God promised it to you, He's going to do it. We serve a God that is rich in His gifts. He's an abundant, and He's a promise keeper. So whatever you're waiting and believing God for, just keep waiting. He's working on it. Make sure you join. Follow Alonda Hassel, and then make sure you attend the 2022 Alonda Hassel Know Your Worth Conference. It's the bomb. You're going to have a great time, and you'll be blessed.
I thank God for this opportunity. I thank God for this church. I thank God for today. It was a great day. Just hearing that it was a part of Lady's mom, her name being attached to the award that I received, I was blessed and highly favored. Just keep pressing to be better. Be pressed to do better. pressed to want to be better and move forward in life. Thank you. I love you all, and God bless.
Hey everybody, if you were not here today at this Know Your Worth conference, let me tell you, you missed your blessing. A blessing was in the house. God was so kind, He is so faithful. He showed up, He spoke directly to me, to every speaker, to the fellowship. What a time we had in the Lord on becoming to become a journey back to self. You should have been here.
What an amazing day. We're halfway through, and it's more than just being a person here that came to speak. It's a room full of women. It's a room full of integrity. It's a room full of love. It's a room full of really unbecoming to become. I'm grateful for this opportunity. I don't take for granted when the Lord allows me to open my mouth, because at the end of the day, it has to be what He once said. I am ecstatic about what God is doing through Lady Pastor Hassel, and I'm so happy that she keeps coming for the underdogs. I'm the underdog, and I appreciate you pulling me up. Love you guys, and here's to a great day. Know your worth all day long.
Welcome to the Ladies Chat Talk Show. We are excited to have you in our live audience. Please enjoy the refreshments that have been prepared for you. Here are a few announcements. We ask that you turn all cell phones off. Welcome to the Ladies Chat Talk Show. We are excited to have you in our live audience. Please enjoy the refreshments that have been prepared for you. Here are a few announcements. Welcome to the Ladies Chat Talk Show. We are excited to have you in our live audience. Please enjoy the refreshments that have been prepared for you. Here are a few announcements. We ask that you turn all cell phones off and place them on vibrate. Please feel free to respond verbally or applaud during the show in response to something good that you heard. Limit walking during the recording as it will be dark and there are wires throughout the space. Feel free to take pictures of the guests. Just make sure your flash is off and that you don't interfere with the recording. If children have to be in the building, we are asking that they are quiet and their electronic devices are muted or that they use headphones. You may be instructed to go with your child to another location in the building to keep noise to a minimum. Please consider giving a donation to the Ladies Chat Talk Show today. A donation of any amount is appreciated, and you can give electronically or in-house. Most of all, thank you for joining us tonight. It's selfie time. All right, ladies, get up and take some selfies because you look good.
Perhaps I was talking when I should have been listening.
To be here, make some noise. I'm so excited. Thank you so much for coming and being a part of the Ladies Chat Talk Show. Tonight is really special because we have some beautiful young ladies that are coming, and I'm excited to have conversation with them. They're giggly and funny and excited, and so I know we're going to have a great conversation tonight. You guys excited to be here? All right. I'm so happy that you're all here. Thank you so much for coming. I do want to share with those who are here and those who are on live that our refreshments tonight come all the way from our Miss Katia. Katia, yes, Katia Kirkland, and we'll make sure we'll get her information out, but she's got some amazing refreshments, and I love that our young people are not afraid to not only share their gifts, but to start out and try and make it happen, and we need to be in a position always to give them opportunity. Do you agree? Yeah, so we're really excited. That whole family could cook, so that's why they're my family now. They belong to me. Oh, they're our family now. They belong to us. I'm sorry, my bad. I was being selfish. So I want to get started so that we can chat with our guest tonight. Our first guest is Miss Lauren Krieger. Amen. Let's give Lauren a hand. Lauren Krieger. Come out a little bit faster, sis. I got more energy than that. Lauren is about to graduate from Virginia State with her degree in education. So excited. Our next guest is Miss Maya Hansen. Let's give it up for Maya Hansen. Maya is a recent graduate of Scarsdale High School. My bad, I had a little freeze. Scarsdale High School, and she's about to attend Adelphi University. Yes, in Long Island. Let's give it up for Maya. Our next guest is Tamara Sigler. Let's give it up for Tamara. Tamara is going into her junior year at Albertus Magnus College. So we're excited to have Tamara. And last but certainly not least, let's give it up for Diamond Krieger. Diamond is a senior at, let me get this right, Charter School of Educational Excellence High School, right here in Yonkers. I got it. So let's give all of our beautiful guests a nice round of applause. Everyone got your mic? You all have your mic? Make sure they're turned on. This is half of our media team, so they should be okay. Yes. So, how is everyone?
Oh, sorry.
It's gonna be a long night, y'all. We're good? Yeah? Everybody's good? Are you good? You just want to share? That's a media team decision? Understood. Thank you so much. Okay, welcome to the Ladies Chat Talk Show. Thank you so much for agreeing to come. Was anyone nervous, afraid? What? Why am I going on this show? Anybody? Or everybody was like, okay, cool. You all were okay, no. Cool? Okay, Diamond, what?
I feel like I'm more nervous.
You're right now, in the moment? Because we're here now. You're still nervous?
A little bit.
Are you used to just being behind the camera?
Yeah.
Got you. So, okay. But everyone else was okay?
Yeah.
Your mic is not on. Yeah. There we go. So, first question. And anyone can start, and then we'll just jump in. What does know your worth mean to you? What does know your worth mean to you? Oh, Diamond, you ready? Go ahead, sis.
I think know your worth just means being able to tell other people who you feel you are and who you want to be seen as and portrayed as.
Okay. Do you feel you're able to do that?
I feel like I'm more able to do it at times than others.
Okay.
With people who I don't feel comfortable around.
Okay, so it's difficult to do it around people that you aren't really comfortable with.
Yes.
Okay. Maya?
For me, it's kind of just knowing who I am, like, in Christ, and, like, knowing that, like, I'm going to be different from everyone else.
Mm-hmm.
But, like Diamond said, it is harder to, like, kind of say, like, oh, yeah, I know my worth, like, around people who you aren't really comfortable with. But
okay.
I definitely think it's, like, who you are in Christ. But it doesn't even just have to be, like, in Christ, but, like, just knowing who you are, basically.
All right. Do you feel like you have to say it, or it's just how you move, how you operate, how you know? Do you feel like you have to say, I know my worth, or tell people I know my worth, or I know who I am? Or you feel like it's a way that you carry yourself, or is it a little bit of both?
I think it's a little bit of both.
But at times it's like you have to remind yourself, like, you know your worth. Like, you have to remind yourself, and then sometimes you have to remind other people, like, yo, I know my worth. So.
Oh, yo is a big deal. Okay. Lauren or Tamara? What does know your worth mean to you?
I would say definitely, just to pick it back on what she said, definitely knowing like your value as a person and especially like who you are. Because I feel like I have a very big personality, and I'm a very like people person. Like I like to be around people, so I feel like it's not hard for me to express that because I feel like I could just show it to you. It's just who I am.
Okay. It doesn't bother you.
No.
So have you ever gotten anyone that's just like, whoa, you're too much, or fall back, or you're not all that?
Yeah, but I already know, like, I know who I am.
I love that.
I don't care how you feel, so it's just.
Do you feel like you were always that way, or you had to sort of grow into that?
I wasn't always that way.
Okay.
I feel like it's a growing process.
All right. Thank you for that. Yeah, you can clap if you want to clap. No problem.
I think knowing your worth, I feel like it's something that comes as you get older. Not to say that you can't know your worth when you're young, but I think you start to get a greater understanding as you get older and you start to really realize who you want to be as a person and like what character traits you want to have as a person. So I think, yeah, I'm in the process of discovering that.
Okay, so getting older, around what age? Because y'all call me mad old in the back, but whatever.
I would say you start in like middle school understanding, and then it gets to a greater level in high school, and like you're always expanding on your worth and knowing your worth. I don't think you ever like stop and you're like, yeah.
Oh, so even as adults.
Yeah, we can still learn.
Do you guys agree with that? I do. Absolutely, that's good. I like that. That you're always expanding, always expounding, always becoming, and understanding and growing to understand your worth.
Yes.
I like that. Thank you very much. So each of you are about to embark on another season in your life. So if you can tell me, what is your next season? What's going to be new, or what changes will you experience in this next part of your life, because you're all about to sort of transition?
My new season is going to be graduating college and essentially adulthood.
Why you put air quotes on that one?
Because I don't feel like I'm an adult, but technically.
Sis, when you become an adult, you'll know, because adulting punches you right in your mouth.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I'm graduating college, December 16th to be exact.
Yay! Congratulations.
Thank you. It doesn't feel like I'm like done though. It feels like I'm just starting.
What feels like you're just starting? Life or your education? Like what
like
feels?
Life. Like, okay, I'm 21, turning 22, but it feels like I'm just now starting this process of becoming who I am, entering the world, and like having a job that's 40 hours a week. And this was the first time I worked 40 hours a week this summer. And I'm like, this is what my parents do every single day? Like, it just feels
welcome.
so new.
Welcome. Yeah.
I don't like it. You guys could take it back. I'm not fond of it.
So there are no good things for you in terms of, there's nothing that you're excited about?
I think I'm excited about becoming a teacher officially and having my own classroom, setting up, and just seeing the impact that I have on students even as I'm starting. And then I'm also looking forward to growing as a teacher and just into this new, once again, adulthood and seeing like who I am, who I'm going to be as a teacher, like what my students will remember me for, and who other people are going to see me as.
Nice. And what grade do you want to teach?
Preferably first grade, but kindergarten or second is okay too.
Awesome. Somebody got to teach them. It's not me, but somebody has to. So who's next? What's your next season? What's new? What's exciting? What's changing?
So I just finished my second year of college. So I'm going into my third. So that's really my next season, just finishing off the year, because my first 2 years was like really rough for me. Like really, really rough.
Academically, socially,
Everything, like
everything.
the whole plate. I was like, I'm not cut out for this. This is not for me. Like, but I was just like, I just gotta push, because.
So why do you say it wasn't cut out for you?
I feel like it was a lot for me, especially because I was away, I wasn't home, because I'm always used to being home. I'm like, I'm here, it's close, but it's still not the same, like I'm away. So it's just like you have to do everything by yourself. Nobody's there to help you but you. You have help from like people here, but you just got yourself, and that's the only person that's there.
Right.
So it was definitely hard for me. For the first year, I think I was pretty good, but my second year, it was a little difficult for me. So going into my third year, I feel like I just need to like work on, just managing a lot of different things that I didn't do for the previous 2 years, because I feel like that was my issue. And I feel like that's really it.
So you really took some time to reflect on your first 2 years, what worked, what didn't. It sounds like you need some time management, just to kind of put some things in perspective, because you actually have to get up and go to the class, right? You can't just stay asleep.
No.
Yeah, you have to actually go to the class. Yeah?
Not really just that. It was just because, I'm a student athlete. I'm not just a student.
Talk about that.
So it's like you really have to time manage everything.
Yeah.
You got to go to class, go to practice, do your work, and do the same thing all over again.
Yes.
So it's like, it's a lot to like manage and stuff like that.
Awesome. Thank you for sharing that, your truth.
I'll go next. My next season is that I'm going to be a senior in high school. This is definitely going to be new because my last senior year, 8th grade, was COVID, so I wasn't in person.
Right.
And I have to apply to college and all this other stuff. And I feel like my school since it's very new, like we just had our first graduating class this year, so I'm gonna be in the second.
Oh, okay.
So I feel like they haven't really prepared us for any of this stuff. So, like they're starting to and they're trying to, but it should have been instilled from like the second year.
Wait, when you say prepared us for this stuff, what do you mean?
I'm saying like they really didn't talk about like, oh, you're gonna be applying to this and you have to do this and you actually have to pass this Regents if you want the Regents diploma. And I was thinking, oh, I'm just chilling, like I don't really have to pass this, and I'm like, oh wait, I want that Regents diploma.
So can I just say this little sidebar? Diamond actually skipped a grade, and Diamond is an amazing student. So she's out here acting like she is she's taking like hard classes.
AP Bio.
AP classes, right. So AP is advanced placement. So she's doing the like college level classes in high school, and she skipped, what grade did you skip? Kindergarten. You just bumped up like, I ain't playing with these blocks. Like, wow. I already know my colors. Y'all don't know your colors?
Oh my God.
What's wrong with y'all? Matthew's gonna skip kindergarten. So you feel like your school is not preparing you for this senior year in terms of, because senior year is a lot, right? Senior year has a lot.
I feel like they are. Well, last year it was just implemented. Like they're giving us new programs and like other stuff. So I feel like they are preparing us. But also I have my sister to look on, and I have Maya, and I have all my other friends and everybody that's older than me to like really see like, oh, okay, do this. Make sure you have this set in place and whatnot. Yeah.
So it's really important as you go to your next season to have people in your circle who can assist you, no matter what season that is. Somebody who has done what you're about to do, who can not only encourage you, but sort of guide you as to what you should be doing, even when the people who are paid to tell you don't tell you. So I like that. And I like that you keep those people around you and don't have this attitude like, I know what I'm doing, so I don't need help. I like that. Even though Lauren may say you have those moments. Okay. Thank you.
So yeah, I'll be starting school in like 14 days.
Wow.
So yeah. But I don't know. Like it's just I'm excited to like go out and be on my own. Like I was already independent, but like just to be like more independent. Like I'm really excited for that. And like just to be away from home. Like I love my home, but just to get away and like see what it's like to be on my own, because like I've been home for 18 years, same routine, so it's just like something new needs to come now. And like I don't know, I think it's gonna be fun. Like I'm just going in like excited and trusting God, because I'm just like, if I didn't have you, I'd probably be a mess right now. But just trusting Him. And
what are you going to be studying?
Communication disorders.
Communication disorders.
Mm-hmm.
You're gonna have a job when you come
Yeah.
out. That's important. Tamara, what are you studying?
Criminal justice.
Criminal
And then
justice.
I have a minor in sociology.
Nice. Awesome. So let me ask, how does God play a role in your lives? How does He guide you or hinder you? How do you feel God plays a role in your lives?
Oh, I'll answer first.
Okay.
I feel like nowadays, since the world is a very messy place and it's getting crazy, I feel like you have being in church and in God and realizing like this is not what you should really do. You should be set apart and you're different. You should know that you're different.
Mm-hmm.
And just seeing other people, and even in school, the kids, they do whatever they want, they act however they want, and you have to know that that's not going to bring you any type of lifestyle or anything. It's not going to help you along the way. So you have to like look back and be like, okay, God, you're setting me on this place, you're setting me on this path, and I have to listen to you and be like, oh, I really want to do that, but no, that's not for me.
Yeah. So you're saying having God in your life is not relegated to Sunday morning in church.
No.
Right?
It's not. Oh, yeah, I'm saying that.
It's relationship.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Go ahead. Who's going to go next?
I think having God is definitely, I feel like some people would say that I'm too trusting in a way of God, because if something is approaching, like tuition needs to be paid, or like I'm taking 7 classes at once, which I am, true story, or anything of the sort, like pertaining to my future, I don't worry about it. I'm just like, okay. And my mom always says, you're so nonchalant. She loves that word. But it really, she's
not here, so y'all gonna talk junk tonight, right? Okay.
I'm just not worried, and not in the sense that I'm so conceited that I know I can do it all on my own, or that I know I'm just so smart that I'm gonna achieve, but I know that God is gonna bring me wherever
it's
He
called
intended
faith.
For me to go.
You have faith.
Yes. And so I trust Him enough that I'm not worried about my end goal or my 10-year plan. Not that I don't have a plan, but I know that He has the ultimate plan, and whatever His plan is the plan that I'm gonna follow. So that's not something that I really worry about.
Amen. That was good. Very good. Maya or Tamara?
I'll go. It's okay, you want me to go? I would definitely say God really like helped me. He helps me in a lot of ways, especially like dealing with a lot of school. Because when I'm around my friends at school, they don't have the same beliefs as me. My school is the Catholic school.
Okay.
And they worship different. They do their things different. That's what I want to do. Oh, go ahead.
Do you have to go to mass?
I'm not going. I'm not going.
You're not going?
No.
Why?
That's what y'all worship. I'm going to worship my God. Y'all can worship y'all God. I'm not. So, and they're like very like, oh, why you always watching?
Watching? What do you always?
Like when I'm not home, like when I'm not here, I'll watch like the service online.
Oh, okay.
They be like, oh, why you always? That's my church, and that's what I want to watch. That's what I would have watched.
Tamara, they're not here, so.
Oh, I hope they watch it
You
too.
looking like. I will slap you right now. They're actually not here. Okay.
So like it definitely it definitely really like helped me through school and stuff. I feel like I had to like separate the two because it was just like
Separate what two? I'm sorry.
Like my relationship with my friends and God. Like
Okay.
it was kind of like they was taking over what I really needed to focus on, and I really needed to focus on, okay, this is what I'm here for. He gonna have me more than they got me, so I feel like my focus needs to be more on him than them. Cause at the end of the day, they not paying my tuition, they not paying my loans off, they not paying none of it off. So that's definitely something that I had to work on.
All right, thank you.
Yeah, kind of just going based off like what Lauren and Tamara said. Like you just like really gotta like I just really keep him close. Sorry.
What happened?
I just really have to like keep him.
Y'all, were we this giggly?
sorry.
When we were their age, were we this giggly? Yeah, probably.
Like you just really have to keep him close because like Diamond said, like this world is really moving crazy, and people nowadays, like especially like people my age, they're just like doing whatever, and it's just like, yeah, like I cannot do that. So like we could be friends, but I'm not gonna be at that party with you. Like I'm gonna be in my dorm room sleeping, cause but yeah, it's just like you gotta keep him close, cause like certain decisions, it's like I feel like I couldn't like make them on my own. Like I had to go to him, and like I feel like if I wasn't close with him or like really had that good relationship with him, then those decisions I would have just went totally left. Like I know he still would have had me in the end, but like even when I was picking, like I was between two schools for college, and before I like committed, like my mom was like, come on, like let's just commit, and I was like, all right, hold on, and I like ran to the bathroom and I was like, Lord, if this is what you want, just tell me. And I had to be quiet for a minute, and all I heard was yes, and I went and I was like, all right, let's go. And like maybe like 3 months later, like Bishop had prayed over me, and he was like, you chose the right school. And I'm like, all right, Lord, like I see you, okay, like I'm gonna go out there and do what I gotta do, like that's it.
I love that you said I had to be quiet for a minute, because too many times we pray and we want that answer right away. It's like you have to actually spend some time listening after you pray. And I love how you all have your relationship. How do you feel your church helps you with your relationship with God? Or does it?
I think it does. Because, being at Kingdom, like I feel like there's no stereotype on like what you're supposed to look like as a Christian, or like what your relationship with God is supposed to look like. Like I feel like I'm free to worship him like how I want to. And it's like I can grow, and I know there's people who's like, oh, like if I went up to you, it's like, hey, can you just pray for me real quick? Like they'll be able to do that. And it's like also like you guys taught us like, how to pray on your own. Like you don't always need someone to pray over you or tell you like what God's thinking. Like, you just like learn about like God's love, and like I said, like no one's gonna judge you. Like if I want to fall out crying, like no one's gonna care. Like so yeah, I feel like it really does help.
Good.
Just to add on to what Maya said, you guys are very supportive. You guys are very supportive people. Like it doesn't matter what we want to do. You guys are here. You guys are going to always support us, especially us young people, young females as well. You guys are always going to support. You guys don't judge us. You guys are not here to be like, oh, well, you're doing this, you're doing that. You guys are here just come as you are.
Yeah.
And I feel like that's the reason why I feel like you guys also help us, and you guys you're always willing to help. Like you want to help us, and I really love that. Like,
because we really love y'all.
I know, love you too.
Oh, you're too late, Lauren. Go ahead, Diamond.
I feel like church just gives me a very like centering place. Even being in media, and like it's giving me the chance to do something I love, but also giving me a chance to be like, okay, wait, I need to put the camera down and just actually remind myself, okay, you're in service too. You're doing this.
Oh, that's good.
So I feel like it just gives me a very nice place to go when I know there's gonna be people there no matter what.
Yeah.
Someone's always gonna talk to you. Someone's always gonna give you what you need to hear, whether you like it or not.
Yeah.
but it's gonna be right, and you need to listen to them.
Yeah.
Sorry.
But I like how you said, so I found my space or my place in ministry, because you work on media, but you know there are times when I can't pick up a camera because I need to be on my face. I need to pray. I need to hear the word. I need to sit still and be in that service. And that's a really important, because so many people get wrapped up and caught up in titles and in what they do as opposed to their relationship with God. So I think you just taught us or reminded us. Can we agree that our young people can remind us where we need to be?
Amen.
Don't get cocky now. That we need to sometimes be like, no, I'm not pastor, deacon, whatever right now. I need to lay on this altar and get what I need to get. I need to sit and hear this word so that I can, know what to do next. So that's good. I like that.
For me, I like that Kingdom has been a place that I've grown. I've been here since I was 10 or 11 years old. Wow. And so most of the people in this church have seen me since I was a little girl. And I'm always reminded of that when I come on Sundays, because they can see the growth. They can see me from middle school to now. And I feel like everybody here is so welcoming and so proud of me, and that's one of the things that I'm really grateful for, and that keeps me going. I guess we're gonna have to watch my graduation on live stream because it's too many people to get tickets for, but everybody needs to see. So I just feel like this is a very homey place. I don't have a lot of family, like biological family, but Kingdom is my family, and I know that everybody here has my back. Everybody's looking out for me, and I think the part that really solidifies that is that we have a relationship with pastor and lady and the other ministers and deacons, because in some churches you go to, the pastor is there to preach the word, and then you might not be able to speak to them after service because of whatever the case may be. Some pastors are just too high up that they don't really interact with their congregation, but pastor and lady each have a nickname for me, and it changes every 2 weeks, honestly. But
and I watch our grandkids. So
yes, I babysit their grandkids, and I have been for a while now. And so I'm really grateful that we have that relationship and that they're like a second set of parents for me. So that's dad, that's mom, and I update them about my life just like I would my biological parents, and they're supportive just like my parents are. So I think that's really something that's awesome. And when I move somewhere, maybe one day, I don't know, y'all gonna have to buy a building wherever I live, because I'm not going somewhere else. So even while I'm at school, I turn on my Kingdom, and me and my roommate, she actually got baptized here.
Yes.
And we watch it together, and we cook Sunday breakfast, and so that's become a thing that is just a part of my life now. So I don't want that to change.
Awesome. That's so sweet. So your relationship, talk to me about your relationship with your parents, especially because you have a relationship with God. What is that like for you? Because a lot of young people are just like, my mom be ODing, it's just too much, or my dad is nowhere to be found. There are a lot of dynamics that go into relationships for children and their parents. So talk to me about your relationships with your parents.
Well, my mom is my best friend, so that's my girl. But so I tell her everything. There's really nothing that I'll hide from her. So, and I think God that her and my stepdad are both in Christ, because it just makes it easier for me to come to them and be yo, I messed up.
Yeah.
We gotta figure something out.
I messed up, but we gotta figure it out.
We gotta figure it out. Yeah.
That's pretty much how it goes.
But with my biological dad, growing up, I really resented him, because I felt he wasn't there he should have been. But as I grew and got closer to God and learned about love and just forgiving people, our relationship has definitely gotten better. And, all like, it's just like, I can't change, what happened in the past, but like, I see he's trying now. And to me, because at first I was like, yo, bro, like, I'm about to go to college. Like, what is you trying now for? But
if that ain't baby Janelle, I don't know what it is. That is baby Janelle. But go ahead.
Like, why are you trying now? But it's just like, it's like, okay, Lord, like, he had to grow too. Like, it's not like he didn't have growing to do. And it's like, all I can do is really pray. And like, God will show me, like, there was issues in his past too that he might not talk about with you, but, like, you can't hold that against him. And I just kind of had to let it go and just, learn to love him. Like,
that's so beautiful,
yeah.
Maya. That's good. That's really, really beautiful.
I would say my relationship with my parents is one that has done a lot of growing. It's not like our relationship was ever bad or negative. I think it's just I was young, and a lot of times when you're young, you're just like, my parents are so mean, or they always telling me what to do or whatever, but it's for your good. But I was young, of course, so I didn't really understand. But as I've started taking care of other people's kids and learning about teaching, like, I've really realized a lot of what my parents have done for me. And I'm very grateful for their sacrifice. And I know a lot of times they weren't always able to do what they wanted to do, or they couldn't put themselves first because they put me and my siblings first. So I really appreciate that. And I look up to both of my parents. I come to church. We all come to church together on Sundays, except for when I'm not at school. When I'm at school, my dad does media, and I sit next to my mom. And so I look up to their relationship that they have with God also, especially my mom. We like to joke about her and how, like, she'll pray for the ants. Like, we always say that, like, if she does the prayer for dinner, like, we're gonna be here for a long time. The food's gonna be cold. But my mom has a relationship with God that she's covering all of her children. She's covering the children that she works with at school. She's covering all of you guys' children. Like, my mom, she goes at it. And so I really look up to her in that regards, and how much of a prayer warrior she is, because I know that that's what's protected me at school. Even there's been active shooting drills and lockdowns, and there was a week where we had a lockdown like 3 times in 1 week. And I just thank God that the people in my church are praying for me, my family is praying for me, and that I have my own relationship with God also. So seeing my parents makes me want to also have a relationship with God.
So it's important to have that modeled before you. Because if your parents were in church shouting, jumping, praying, doing all that, and went home and was the total opposite, then that changes things. But when they model before you how to live this life, loving God, that is so powerful. And so often people are like, how do your kids stay in church and want to be here, and they're adults? And it's because you have to be consistent. If you're not consistent, then you're not going to get the outcome that you really want. And parenting is hard. Parenting is tough. Parenting, you have to be the bad guy a lot of times. But it's because we know things that our children don't. And being consistent, my no means no. And when I say no, that's what I mean. Don't come back like, mommy, ma, mommy, ma, mommy, like Stewie, yeah. Like, so it is difficult, but I'm grateful that as you've matured, you've seen their sacrifice and you've seen their consistency. So thank you for that. Thank you. And tell your mother thank you for praying for the ants. Yes.
Thanks, Gina. But to add on to that, I was going to say that I've seen my parents' relationship with God grow since I've been little. I was a very observant child, I feel like. So I noticed a lot of things even though I was very young. And I was able to see the difference in my mom's relationship with God from when I was in, say, 6th grade to now.
Yeah.
And at one point, we went to church when I was like very little, but that didn't mean my parents had a relationship with God that was strong or as strong as it is now. So my mom is a different woman. I'm like, wow, you used to want to, beat people up. Like, if a teacher did the wrong thing to me or talked to her daughter the wrong way, she'd be like, you know, I'm coming up there. But now,
we're not supposed
she's
to
like,
do that?
I'm still coming up there, but I'm going to,
Right.
season my words with grace, and I'm going to pray before I go in there so that the light of God reflects, you know?
I like that.
There's a huge difference.
But just so y'all know, we still coming up there.
For sure.
We still coming up there, yeah.
I'll go. Just to add on what Silva Lauren said, I agree, because we live in the same house. But
same parents.
I feel like God and church gives us like a place to be together. Because like when Lauren's not there and I'm there by myself, yes, it's still great, but also it just brings our family together too. So like after church, like I'll be like, oh wow, that was a good service, and that just changed the dynamic. And I'm like, wow, like this is something that I'm really like grateful for, and I don't know what I'm gonna do when I get to college. Like them, I don't know. I'm gonna come back every week. I don't know, like no, I know, but I'm saying like I'm gonna just church.
So there are churches in other places. I do want to say that they may not be like what you come from, but okay, all right. Okay,
Yeah.
all right.
My relationship with my parents has been a roller coaster.
Okay.
But I'm very thankful that my mom brought us here. Like, we came in here rolling deep.
Deep. When I tell you deep, mad kids. Go ahead. The greeters were like, clear this whole row out. The Siglers are coming. I love it.
I really am thankful that my mom brought me here. You know, she definitely made us engaged. You know, we were in a lot of ministries. You know, when we first got here, you know, we was doing a lot of things. You know, and I feel like she really helped us, especially like all of us, because you know my brother now he's a deacon. So.
Your brother's a deacon now. Yes, that's awesome.
So I feel like she really helped us like build a relationship with him. You know, because it just made us want to come. Because I don't have to come with her; I can come by myself.
Right.
You know, I don't got to come to Bible study; I can come by myself.
Right.
I could do a lot of things by myself without my mom.
And you guys have your own Bible study.
Yeah.
That's dope. How's that?
Yeah, shout out to you.
With Janae. How's that going?
It's going really I think it's going really good. It kind of just gives us, like an opportunity to talk about what's happening like in our lives, and then like related to like people in the Bible. So like this past Tuesday we talked about Tamar, Judah. Yeah. And Judah, like with her being like, locked, like she like kind of like broke down, and like she was like stuck like in this place, but like she wasn't wanted, but like she also couldn't leave. Like she was just stuck. And we talked about how like she had like the not nervous breakdown, but like she self-destructed and slept with the father-in-law. So
yeah, this story is the Bible is wild, right? It's some wild stuff going on in there.
But it was just good because then we talked about like how we self-destruct, like when we're going through things and it's like, all right, Lord, like, are you listening? Like I've been going through this for 5 months and you're quiet. Like I'm about to lose my mind. But it's just like we have to like hold on, like, because it's like Janae had told us like God will be at the door, like just keep going, and it's like you might not hear it, but you just got to keep pushing through, because that's good.
That's good Bible study. Yes. Okay, Janae. Hi, Barbie. Did y'all see the Barbie movie?
No.
Did you guys? Oh, Diamond didn't see it. Everyone saw it. Diamond didn't see it. Because it is really about coming out of the expectations that people have for you and being yourself and not being trapped in this place that the world or society wants to put you in. So it's really deep. It's not like my granddaughter can't go see that. She won't understand it. It's for women. It's for grown women. It's really, really good. So did you want to say something? No? So I'm going to ask you some questions, and you have to give me 1 word or 2 word answers. Ready? ¿Listos? See? Oh my gosh, I just remembered when we went to Italy, Lauren took Italian in high school. These kids are brilliant. And she made all these cheat sheets for me and Bishop. We had these note cards and we were in restaurants like, hold on a minute, let me look at Lauren's card she made for us. Yeah, thank you for that. So in one word, knowing your worth is?
Confidence.
Value.
Complicated.
Sis! It's complicated. I like that.
Difficult.
Difficult. Okay. Your favorite self-care day. What are you doing or what's happening on your favorite self-care day?
In the bed.
In the bed.
Pampering myself.
How?
Like nails, hair.
Like that?
Tacos and a TV show.
Oh. Always tacos.
Always tacos.
Understood.
Sorry. Preparing. Preparing how? Like I like self-care days on like the day before something big's gonna happen or I'm going somewhere, and I'm very I'm a list person, so like I make sure I have everything that's gonna happen at this time.
Oh, okay. So it's not necessarily something that you're doing to your.
No, it's that too, but that's the main part.
But you're thinking things through, trying to. You know what? I think I do that too. And I think that is self-care. Thank you, Diamond, for that. Wow. Thank you, Barbie. The last.
Thank you, Barbie.
The last show you binge watched and loved.
MasterChef.
MasterChef. That's right, you do. You chef it up. She does cook.
Insecure, which I'm watching right
Insecure.
now again.
Why? Because you look like Issa Rae? A little bit? Okay. She does look
queen,
like. That's
the
your
Barbie
queen.
movie.
Yes. Uh-huh.
Scandal.
Scandal. That's a throwback. That's a good one. That is worth rewatching. Although I loved Running Home, like, be quiet, Scandal's coming on. What about you,
I
Tamara?
don't really watch TV shows, but all right. Let me think of a good one. Something that I've watched already.
Or a movie, if it's just a movie you liked.
That's a good show. I don't really like shows. I like watching documentaries, so I don't really.
So documentary, and I love documentaries. What's a good one? Or one that you really liked? It didn't have to be recent, because you're taking mad long. I don't know. I'm just trying to
I
rush
would just
this
pick a
along.
show then.
Just name anything.
I like Ghost. I was watching that.
Ghost? A movie?
No, a TV show. Like Power Ghost, like Power #2 Ghost. Yeah, get it?
Okay.
I was watching it, but I didn't finish it. But it was pretty good.
Okay, all
It's
right.
getting boring, but.
Favorite book? Favorite book? Oh,
Mad Honey by Jodi Pickle, my favorite author.
Mad Honey. Okay.
I read a lot of books, so I don't really remember them, but I love anything thriller or like they're locked in somewhere and they gotta get out.
Okay, you read a lot of books. What?
It was called like Lily or something.
Did you show your?
It's like a series with like a bunch of girls who were locked in a cellar, and they had to figure it out. Yeah.
Okay. Flowers in the Attic? No. Okay. You should read Where the Crawdads Sing.
Oh.
That was so good. I cried at the end of that book. And then the movie was good too. But read the book first. Go ahead.
I don't really read. I mostly read for school. In 12th grade, basically, I guess last year, in English, there was actually one book that I really enjoyed. It was called Rebecca. It was pretty good.
Okay.
And I actually read the whole thing, and I got 100 on the paper. So.
Oh. So now that's your favorite book.
I would say I don't really read books neither, but I would say Divergent was a good book, like one of them. Not all of them.
You just read one, not the whole series.
No, that's too much.
Okay.
That's too much.
It's probably because you're in college, and it's it's a lot. Yeah. Because they say, go home and read this book, the whole thing.
They want you to read a part of the book and then the quote of the book. And
Yes.
not the whole thing.
It's a lot. Okay. Favorite, now this should be easy. Favorite food or meal?
Tacos. It's
Any
always
kind of
tacos.
taco? Any kind? Tell me
Burrito
your
tacos.
favorite taco. Tell me everything that's on it.
Burrito tacos specifically. So it's basically like shredded beef. There's onions, but I don't get onions sometimes. Cilantro, a lot of cheese. I like the tostada, the crunchy shell, and the consomme on the side. If you don't have that, then you're not doing it right. But always tacos. Any type of tacos, though. But those are the favorite.
Thank you. Favorite food or meal?
Cheeseburgers with French fries or hot wings with French fries.
Okay. I went to Raising Cane.
Oh, I forgot about that. Yeah, that's because it's not really it's in New York City,
Right.
But that just came, so favorite fast food. Like if you ever get to try it, go. It's
No, it was good.
dumb good.
I was shocked. It was good.
Dumb good.
We had it in Vegas. Favorite food or meal?
I'm a very simple girl. I will eat a sandwich every single day if I have to. I will eat a sandwich. I swear.
What kind of sandwich? It doesn't matter?
No, it got to be specific though.
Okay.
A turkey and cheese with no tomatoes, like none. Don't put that
Okay.
on my sandwich. It's some lettuce, it's some salt, it's some pepper, it's some oil, it's some vinegar. It has
That's
to be
so Yonkers.
just in a bag of chips. In a bag of chips.
And a bag of chips.
In a bag of chips.
All right, Diamond. Well, you cook, so this might be a little hard.
Cook.
Oh.
I bake.
Favorite food or meal?
Anything like Thanksgiving food. Like I just need like that big meal that you get.
Yeah.
Let me tell you the favorite. Let me tell you my favorite parts. Okay. The mac and cheese, but not anybody's mac and cheese. It has to be your mother's mac and cheese. You're just your mother's mac and cheese. Green beans. People don't eat vegetables.
I
How?
love green
They
beans.
so okay. Gotta get the potato salad. You gotta get that for after. I don't eat turkey, so I stick to chicken. What else did I have? Oh, collard greens. The corn muffin on the side.
With corn, okay.
But I'll keep it simple. Then fast food is
She's
McDonald's.
legit this big. Talking about this food.
But you have to get 2 plates. But you have to like spread it out.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Favorite color?
Yellow.
Sage green.
She took like
Specifically.
Black. I know that's not a color.
No,
but
I love black. Black is my favorite color.
I would say at first it was blue, then it went to pink.
Diamond, right now, in this moment, what is your favorite color? You're not sure?
Pink.
And favorite vacation? Either you had it or perhaps a dream vacation.
Ooh.
Favorite vacation?
I want to go to either Jamaica or Puerto Rico for my birthday.
Okay.
Coming up, and the next one.
Okay. So you want to go to both Jamaica and Puerto Rico?
Yes.
Okay.
One first and then.
Understood.
I was gonna say Puerto Rico because I was actually going there, but you already took it. So
You're going to Puerto Rico?
Yeah, for my birthday, I'm actually going to Puerto Rico.
Nice.
This wasn't a vacation. It was a study abroad, but it would have to be Africa. I went to Ghana.
You went to Ghana. What did you do there?
I taught some children. I toured slave castles, which was very, I don't even have the word for it, but it was very moving. I'll say that. I hiked a national park. I did a lot.
Yeah.
What else did I do? I tried so many different types of food, so many different restaurants. I saw a whole lot of animals. I took a course or a workshop on like kente cloth. I made my own kente cloth.
Nice.
I did another workshop in someone's backyard, actually. It was really cool. There was goats there, on like pattern making and like printing on the kente cloth. So I did a lot. I was around the world.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
I went on a cruise.
Okay.
Oh, I went to Jamaica, Mexico, and Honduras.
Nice. All right. Do we have any questions from our audience for our amazing young ladies? There's a microphone that will be passed around. So I see a question here and here. If you could please stand. And then if you have a question in general or to someone specific, just let us know that. Just stand, please. There's a mic.
Thank you. This question is directed to Ms. Lauren. You said that you're going to study communications disabilities.
Maya.
Yeah. I'm sorry.
It's okay.
What made you choose that particular area?
Well, my mom, she worked with kids who had autism, and my nana was also a TA, and I knew like from like when I used to be in the classroom with them, and I kind of always knew I wanted to work with kids, but I didn't per se want to be a teacher in a classroom. And my mom specifically, like in the class, she used to, like kind of like help the kids say certain words, like, food and things like that, and that just kind of really interests me. And, just to be able to have a child who's, say, like 7, and their parents are like, I don't know if they're ever going to be able to talk again, and me to get them to at least say hi would just, like, mean everything to me. So that's kind of why I chose that.
I see.
Yeah.
Nice.
Well, I just wanted to say that's absolutely beautiful, considering what's going on in today's society, that we're inundated with heavy electronics, phones, and it seems like it's causing a retardation to the up-and-coming. You understand that they've lost a lot. It seems like communicative and verbal abilities because they are handicapped by this apparatus. So I just thought that was interesting. I was curious as to why.
Thank you. That was a good question. And, I feel when you were saying that, I literally see your faith being active while you are doing what you're called to do. And I love that, we recognize that your calling should not just be confined to 4 walls, right? You are called to help young people speak. And so when you go in there, whatever all of you do, know that what God calls you to is your ministry. You may do one thing in this church, but your job is an extension of what you've been called to do. So take that very seriously, and don't leave your faith in the car when you go inside to do your job. So I love that. Next question. Hi, cousin.
Hi. So this is like a really random question, but did any of you read The Outsiders, the book? And who's your favorite character?
Okay, I was supposed to read it in 6th grade. I remember this because I literally got a 50 on that test. But the movie was amazing. So if the movie is anything like the book, I loved it, and I loved Soda Pop. So
you have taste.
Soda Pop's good.
No, I never saw it.
The Outsiders is good, and it's a good read also.
It really is.
It's a good read.
I watched both of them. I watched the movie and I read the book, and Johnny, he's my husband.
Oh, okay.
Johnny is your husband. Soda Pop, Pony Boy, the Greasers and the Socials. Yeah, good book. Good book.
I'm actually reading that book right now with my son.
Oh, wow. Oh, good.
So can I ask 2 questions?
Sure.
All right, so my first question is, what do you do for fun? And what does fun look like for you? And then the second question that I have is, should I have them answer the first one first?
Yeah, go ahead. What do you guys do for fun? What do you ladies do for fun?
Sleep.
Sleep? You rest?
Yes,
Okay.
I'm tired.
I would say, for fun, I'm here. Doing that, the camera is my fun because it's what I want to do in life too.
Okay.
So it's like kind of.
So coming to church to do media and all those different things. Lauren?
My fun would be with children, like working with children, but not like at work. So I have fun just playing with children, and like even babysitting, because that's not as intense as my 40-hour-a-week job. I'm never gonna get over that. I just came from work too.
You're not, because there'll be many more of those weeks.
And a baby spit up on me today too, so I can never get over it. But for fun, I like to do that. Watch medical TV shows, so Grey's Anatomy, New Amsterdam, all of them, even though they're all the same.
Wait, so no, like, go hang out with my friends, go eat, go to a
That
party,
too.
go to a
That was
movie.
next, yeah.
Oh, that was next.
If you ask my parents, they would say I'm never home, which is not true.
That is true.
But I like to go out with my friends when I can, so yeah.
Okay.
For fun, I like to be by myself. Like, I don't know why, but I like to be by myself and watch TV. But like how Lauren said, like medical, I kind of like the criminal stuff, like Criminal Minds,
Oh, yes.
Law and Order, SVU, like just to like relax and like watch TV and like not have to do anything and just eat. Like that's what I like to do.
Too.
Just eat, like just relax.
My next question is, what do you do to protect your mental health, to preserve it? And
Oh, they are pondering. That's a really good question.
One thing that I do to protect my mental health is I just don't do certain things. Like, if I know it's gonna cause me a lot of stress, sometimes schoolwork is included in that. I'm not gonna lie. Not to say I don't get my work done, but if the workload is too overwhelming, I'm the first person that's gonna tell you to step away. I do not stress myself out about school. And that's usually what the stress would be about at this point in my life. But yeah, I say no to a lot of things. Or
I often say no is a complete sentence.
Exactly.
And that does protect your mental.
Exactly.
Absolutely.
And I am the type of person that at the beginning of the school year or the semester, I give myself 3 absences per class. Most of the time I don't use them.
Wait, you give yourself, not your
Yes.
professor.
Oh no, they're not in charge of that.
You're like, Lauren,
I
you
give
have
myself
3 absences.
Yes. And if there's a day that I just really, really need to stay home and I'm just like, I cannot do this today, then I just take the day. And I make it up somewhere along the way, but I am the first person to say, no, I'm staying home. And I also give myself 2, I'm not doing this assignments. So if it's just too much and it's not worth like 80% of my grade or something, I'm not doing it because, come on now. And I still get A's, so it's working for me.
For me, kind of like Lauren said, just saying no and like protecting my peace. Like, if it's certain people who I know, like, yo, you're always trying to, like, why every time I'm around you, like, you trying to fight, like, you always trying to just start something?
Yeah.
Like, I can no longer be around you. Like, it's just kind of like having a close eye and, like, like, seeing people's actions, like, who I'm around. Because then if, like, they're always, you know, doing this and that, it's like, then that mindset can start to rub off on me. And it's like, I don't want that. Like, just choosing carefully who, like, gets to know me and gets to, like, you know, like,
Gets close to you,
gets
has
close
access.
to me. Yeah, like, I can
to
say
you.
hi from a distance,
Yes.
but you don't need to be all up in my personal space. And that's just how I think I protect,
That's good, that's good.
To like go on the other aspect of what she said, I feel like keeping people around you that are gonna uplift you and gonna be there every step of the way, and not to like hold your hand or like be like, oh, Diamond, you know you can't do. No, to be that person that's like, all right, you know that was wrong, turn it around, make it.
Yeah.
You know your mental health is at stake here, so make sure you're protecting yourself and just keeping yourself in mind, and also just taking days where you're like, I need to lay in this bed for another 35 minutes because I can't do this right now. Like, obviously, if I have school in the morning or whatnot, if I'm going to be on my phone, take like 5 minutes, like, oh, I just got to mentally prepare myself. So I feel like that's...
I like that. So you keep people around you who will motivate you.
The way I would say I really like protect myself from mental health is I remove myself from a lot of situations. I don't want to be a part of none of it. I don't want to be a part of none of it. Like, I really don't.
Is that hard when if it's your family or close friends? Or
yes.
It's hard, right? No? Not for you? No.
I'm just gonna, you got that. I'm gonna just go over here. I'm gonna go handle it. I had to learn. I feel like it was a process for me, definitely, because, you know, when it's family, like. Right. But at the same time, my mental health is very important to me. You know, I don't want to just break down all of a sudden in the middle of the classroom one day, the professor's talking, and I just have a mental breakdown, and yeah. So definitely I have to, you know, remove myself, even if it's somebody that I feel like is gonna always be there for me, and it could be like somebody like Karen, but sometimes it's just like I just have to remove myself from you, because sometimes it could be like you were good for me for the moment. It's not the same anymore.
That's good. And recognizing when people are no longer good for you is really powerful. That's how you maintain good mental health. That was good. That was a great question, and you guys answered that well. Very good. Question here.
So my question is, I know none of you guys have children yet.
Oh, God.
What advice would you give to somebody raising a teenager in this society? Like, you know, like the lady said, your name is not the lady. What is your name? I'm sorry.
Miss Pam.
Miss Pam. Like she said, electronics and phone and TikTok. Like, what advice would you give to somebody raising a teenager in this?
Ooh, I would definitely say patience.
Be patient.
I'm so sorry. No, it's okay. Go ahead. Be patient. Go ahead. Okay. I would definitely say patience, because definitely nowadays a lot of our generation are attached to their phones. Like every second of the day, I need to be on my phone. I need to see what's going on. It really don't be nothing, but nothing at all. But I feel like a lot of patience, like, and definitely also from the kids, and you know, it's nothing important going on in this world. So you don't need to be on your phone 24 hours out the day. Not even 25, and it's only 24 hours in a day. That's ridiculous. But you could go now. I'm so sorry. Patience.
For parents, I would definitely say just take your time, and even to the kids, take your time. You don't need to be rushing to do this and this and this. That'll be there.
They sound like 50-year-olds up here.
No,
slow down, baby. This life.
No, because I'm really thinking, and I'm applying this to myself too. I'm taking this, but I'm like, you're what, 16? Life is gonna be there, and God got you. And even to the parents, know that God has your children too. You don't have to just know that God is there too. He's helping you. He's parenting along with you, and He's gonna give them discernment too. And He's going to give you discernment. So if you say no and they're like, oh, but you have to understand, and you have to explain to them sometimes that, okay, yes, I said no, but I know. And yes, that may not be what you want, but just listen just this time.
I think it's so important because we sort of grew up where it was like your mom or dad said whatever they said, and you're like, but why? It's like, because I said so. But my children taught me to be considerate enough to explain why my no is my no, or why yes is yes. And it was a very difficult lesson for me because of the way I grew up, that I'm not supposed to question or ask or feel like there should be an explanation as to why my parents, answered me the way that they did. But it is probably one of the best things ever where you sit and have conversations with your children, where you tell them, I don't want you to go there because I'm nervous. I'm actually afraid. I'm concerned. I don't know what's going to happen. Or I don't want you to go there because I prayed and I'm discerning that this is not going to be a good look. Or I need you to go and do this because I think because we have a generation that has information at their fingertips, because we have a generation that can sit and say, oh my gosh, what color socks did Michael Jackson wear when he did X, Y, and Z? And we're like, I don't know. They just go to their phone and get the answer. So I think it's important that we give them the respect to explain things to them because they're used to having things, information. Does that make sense? Yeah. And I think it shows respect mutually. And it's not just like, I'm your mother, I'm your father, so you better respect me. But we don't respect our children. They're human beings. Word. And even though they're young, it doesn't mean that they're dumb. And pat yourself on the back that you've raised or are raising children that are brilliant and that are thinkers and that are caring and can understand when your no is no and your yes is yes when you give them an explanation. So that's really important. Sorry, I wanted to expound on that.
I would say it's very important to have a relationship with your child that is not just I'm your mom, you're my kid, but also not necessarily we're besties, but just learn who your child is as a person outside of them just being, oh, that's my kid and she's this, this, and this. Like, learn their traits and who they are, and be open enough to have conversations that are difficult or uncomfortable or kind of awkward, because those are the conversations that your children, like, they need the most guidance with. And it's good to have your parent on your side and know that, oh, I can go to my mom for whatever. Yeah. Like, you always want that relationship where your child isn't hiding something from you that could potentially be dangerous, or just in general, you don't want your children to feel like, oh, I can't talk to my mom about this because she's gonna be X, Y, and Z. So just being able to have that relationship where you're open, where you have tough conversations, and where you trust your child and trust your parenting, knowing that you put as much good stuff into them as you possibly could. And then as they grow up, you'll start to see, oh, there's that loyalty I put into them, or that trust, or that whatever, that kindness. As they get older, you'll start to see who they are as a person. And then you're gonna be like, wow, I did a great job at this. So once you put all of that into them when they're young or teenagers or whatever, you'll start to see it when they get older. And I feel like my mom is at that phase right now. She's seeing how amazing I am. And shout out to her, because she is a good mom. So I know she's watching this.
That was good, Lauren. Very good.
Yeah, I agree with Lauren. Just like having that open communication, like with your child, because like especially pertaining to teenagers, I feel like there's a lot that we keep inside. Well, not me, but like there's a lot that people teenagers can keep inside because they're like, nah, I can't tell my mom that, or nah, I can't tell my dad that, or like I can't talk to anybody. Like they feel like they can't talk to anybody. So kind of just showing like, okay, I'm a parent first, but I also can't be there for you like as a friend. Like obviously you're not really gonna be like, what I'm trying to say, like I can be there for you, I can joke around with you, but like, like, all right, when it's time to get serious, like we gotta get serious. But we can't joke around, we can't do this, you can talk to me about anything, and don't automatically get mad. Cause then it's like, yeah, that's why I didn't come to you in the first place. Like I tell you something and then you start blacking on me, it's like, okay, not gonna tell you anything again. So it's just like kind of being understanding, and like you can explain why you're mad, but you don't have to yell at me to explain why you're mad. Like you can say, okay, well, wish you didn't go to that party and sneak, wish you didn't sneak out and go to that party. But like if you would have came to me, then hey, maybe I would have let you go. But like because you didn't do that, I was upset because this could have happened, that could have happened. But now from that, like now on, like just let me know, like you are grounded for 2 months though, but this is, for next time like this, like I just think having that open communication where it's like,
that's good.
I can come to you about anything and you won't be quick to judge or yell at me. Like you'll explain to me like how I was wrong in the situation. So, yeah.
Yeah, it's amazing because when my daughter in particular was much younger, it was like, I'm not one of your little friends. And now she's one of my little friends. Because she's an adult now, and it's like, when did you become my friend? You were my daughter all these years, and now, I love the relationship and how it develops. And just so we are all on the same page, you got to work on that. That doesn't just come because they turn a certain age and all of a sudden there's this amazing relationship. You have to really work on developing that, and again, having a mutual respect for, and it's different parenting adult children. They still need a parent, but they're adults. And so you have to learn how to make those adjustments as parents, just like they do as children who've now become adults. Yeah, thank you for that. Those are great questions, great answers. We have another question. Turn the mic on, it's not on.
I know all of you are rooted in the Word of God. So where do you fit in this society when they're redefining gender? Where some workplaces you can't say he or she. People are being penalized for saying he or she. They want them to say they or them. You're in high school, everyone is going to be in college. And that's where I learned, working at Fordham, that's where I learned certain words, pansexual, asexual. Where do you stand when you're confronted, you're in a conversation with someone?
Okay. Okay. I definitely feel like it's different because even us who are like, well, we know, and they want them to be identified as something else. It's different. It's like, oh, okay, this is new to me. But I also feel like giving them the same respect as you would give anyone. Like you don't just go to someone and be rude just because what they look like or what they want to be identified as. So I feel like I still give them the same respect. It might be different, yes, but I still have to take it like they're a person. Like, I want to be given the same respect that I'm shown, that I give.
Mm-hmm. Especially as a Christian, you definitely hear that, all Christians think this and all Christians think that. And it's like, I feel like I have to break that, all Christians believe that. Because it's like, bro, I sin too. Like, we all sin. Right. So it's like, if you're giving me that respect, like, I respect you and I respect your beliefs, then, I don't have to agree with it, but I'm still going to respect you. Like, I'm not going to be disrespectful towards you because that's wrong too. Like, the Bible tells, love everyone. So I'm going to continue to love on you, and I'll pray for you, and I'll do whatever. But I'm not going to see her, like Diamond said, and be like, oh, you said you want to be called this, but no, you look like this, so I'm going to call you that. I'm going to respect you. And, like, that's all I can do is just respect, love, and pray for you. That's it.
I like that.
I would say, adding on to what Maya said, as Christians, we do get a very bad rap for actions of the people that came before us and other generations. And the world is changing, and I think we have to change with the times. So if we are going to call ourselves Christians and we're going to say that we are God's people and we're supposed to be spreading his love, then we should be leading with love. So that means that if it's uncomfortable or it's different or you just feel confused, that's not, what am I trying to say? It's not an excuse to not be loving because you may not understand it. So that still means treating everybody how you want to be treated. That still means loving everybody because they're God's children as well. They're still our brothers, still our sisters. And in the Bible, God said to love our neighbor as ourselves. So that's exactly what we should be doing, loving our neighbor as ourselves. And God made them too, and he still loves them too. So I don't think that we should be, what's the word I'm looking for? Yes, I don't think that we should be judgmental or disrespectful or anything. I'm not saying you have to live your life just like they do. We are set apart. We're in the world, but not of it. But that means that we still lead with love, and we still live exactly how God called us to.
Amen.
Thank you.
Very good. Tamara, you want to?
Just to add on to what they all said, you know, this society now, we definitely have people want to identify themselves as different things, and there's nothing wrong with that. It's basically, like everybody said, basically respect. You have to respect their beliefs and how they feel and how they want you to identify them. As the same for me. I wouldn't want you to identify me in the wrong way as well if it was reversed.
Mm-hmm.
So I feel like definitely respect, you know. And also, as they said, you know, they paint this persona of Christians that, you know, we said, God said you're supposed to be this way, you're supposed to be that way. When it's some people, I'll say like the older generation. But I feel like now.
But you just told me I was old.
No, that was them.
Not you.
So I feel like, you know, it's just a lot of respect. You know, I respect you, you respect me.
Okay.
Also to add on to that, I feel like nowadays with like TikTok and everything and all the social media, people get both sides of the story, and they're not really getting to see which one's right. For like Christians and non-believers, on like TikTok Live and stuff, they'll have debates and stuff. So people are like, I'm joining this. I don't know which side is which, and I don't know like what to believe. Is this right? They're saying really bad stuff, but also they're saying really good stuff. So who am I to?
Yeah.
Also, to add on to that, like I seen on TikTok, I think it was like Instagram, like at like the parade or something like that, like some guy was literally they're standing there with signs saying this and that, and it's like, guys, like you're like, to them it's like, oh, so God doesn't like me, like he doesn't love me, and it's like, that's so wrong. It's like, I still like, as like me, like I want to show you that God still does love you, you know. And it's like, if maybe you don't even know, like if you continue to love on them, they'll say, oh, like, yo, can I come to church with you? And it's like, sure. Like, and I'm glad that like Kingdom is a place where like literally, someone said it earlier, like come as you are. And it's like, well, you come, we'll pray for you. And I'm not telling you, I'm not gonna sit here and be the one to judge you and say, oh, what you're doing is wrong, because who am I to judge, you know? Right. Like God knows how I sin or what I do and what I say that's not of him. So it's like, why do we put one sin like above another?
And how can we win people over if we are offending them first? If we are rejecting their mindset or their appearance or any of those things first, it's very difficult. So we have to lead with love. And our church, a few years ago, we watched, does anyone remember, we watched a documentary called Furious Love? And it was so powerful. If you can watch it, it is absolutely worth it. Without going into it, watch it. It's really, really good, Furious Love, and how we're supposed to lead with God's love and be much more gentle, because people who are sort of stuck in this identity crisis, you know, we believe that they were born that way. They need to be born again. We were all born broken. We were all born with these ideas and, you know, these things that sort of were with us, but we had to be born again so that our mind could be renewed and God could do that. But someone had to love us through that, you know, and those people who, you know, religion, I'm going to say, because it's not relationship. Religion was forced down their throats. Of course they ran, because it, you know, it's too tough. I can't digest it. It's too much. And so, thank you for that. You all are very mature women. Yeah, you wanted to say?
Yes, just one more thing. I think that as we are leading with love, we should stop treating people who are gay or trans or any of the LGBTQ community as if they're like this secret hush-hush thing that we can never discuss, because gay people have existed for a long time, just
Very
like
long.
everybody else has. At one point, they weren't maybe so outward about it because of ridicule or persecution or whatever it was, but they've always been there, and probably a bunch of people that you know are probably part of the LGBTQ community, but you may not know it. So let's treat them like they're people, because they are,
Yeah.
and lead with love again. So, excuse me. So they're not a disease, they're not some secret
Right.
thing that we can't talk about. Like, we should be able to have open discussions, we should be open-minded, and you can ask questions and like talk to people, but just make sure that your questions are coming from a place of love and respect, and not, ew, why do you do that? Or why do you act like that? Or why you want to be called that? Nobody's going to be receptive to you if you're being rude or you have like nasty undertones of your questions. It's okay to be curious, and it's okay to want to learn more, because it may be confusing to you, and that's fine, but lead with love and don't be so, my way of living is right, so I'm going to be disrespectful towards yours because I don't agree. That's not what we should be doing.
Very good. Very good. Do we have any more questions? Oh, we do? Okay.
So within the season of your life, what's something that you've learned?
Say it one more time.
Within this season of your life, what is something that you have learned, like within this season?
What have you learned? What are you learning?
Sorry. I would say I'm learning how to just be confident and like not be so anxious.
Okay.
Or just worried about what's happening next, because I've had a lot of points in my life where I'm just so concerned and worried about the next thing and the next thing and the next thing, because I've lived in like different situations where something was always happening, and I'm always worried because I feel like something's gonna happen. But having people in my life and coming here and just like learning that God literally tells you not to worry.
Yeah,
and
be
he tells you
anxious
not
for
to be
nothing.
afraid.
Mhm.
So why am I still being
And
afraid?
fear not, that's right.
So I'm still learning how to like talk to God and make sure like that even though he knows what I'm thinking and knows what's going on, I'm still talking to him and giving him my every care and like my worry.
Okay.
For me, it's just been like how to trust him with like my whole heart, and like to fully love him. Not love him, but you know, because I always love him. But like just like how to trust him like with my whole heart and be wholeheartedly for him. Because as a teenager, it's hard to like, you know, you're supposed to be different, but everyone else around you is doing worldly things. It's like, ooh, like how do I like balance that? And I just learned like, there is no balance. Like it's hard, but like I had to learn how to be like, yeah, God above everything else. Like he, at the end of the day, he's the one who had my back, who was there when I was crying. Like I just had to really learn how to put everything, my all into him. Especially going into college, I was like, I'm going out there, like I may feel alone, but like as long as I know like God's got me, like I'll be fine. So I just had to really learn how to like trust him wholeheartedly, because it's like, yeah, I had my faith before, but now it's like on 100. So
I would say I've learned how to, or I'm learning currently how to not overwork myself to the point where I'm like burnt out and stressed and overwhelmed. I think I'm the type of person that I'm so hardworking that I'll pick up other people's slack just so that everything gets done. So currently in the daycare that I work in, I have a co-teacher and I have 2 other teachers in my room with all of the babies. And I feel like when somebody is not doing something, rather than like give them a nudge or like be that example, I take on my workload and their workload and the other person who's half working, and then I end up going home like so stressed, exhausted
on
after
top of
8
a 40-hour week.
40-hour week, and so it's like I get to the point where I don't want to go anymore, or I'm coming into work and I'm not in a good mood because I'm thinking about how yesterday these kids stressed me out, or last week they threw up on me 3 times. Like, it gets so overwhelming trying to be the person that's doing it all, and I have to stop doing that. Like, my work ethic is actually a bit too crazy. So sometimes I need to slow myself down and just say, like, maybe next time you need to delegate or have the other person, like, pick up the slack a little bit more, rather than me trying to have 8 arms and do everything at once and hold all these babies at one time.
That's a great life lesson.
Yes.
That you have to apply that to your life.
Sorry. I think that I had to learn to say no. Like, it's very hard for me to say no. Like, you can't say yes to everything because you can't be everywhere at the same time. So definitely learning how to say no to a lot of things, because, you know, it's too much. You can't do everything. You want to, but you know that you can't. So definitely learning how to say no to a lot of things, even though I really didn't want to, but it's just like I have to manage. You can't be at one place at the same time. Can't be at the same place at the same time all the time.
Right.
So it's a lot, but you just have to, you know, pick and choose what you feel like is best for you at the moment, and then when it comes around again, you know, maybe this time you can say yes.
Awesome. That's good. That's good. Do we have any other questions, or we're?
I don't have a question. I want to say something. It has really been a pleasure to sit here and listen to 4 gorgeous young women of color. You make a lot of sense, and we don't listen to you all the time. I appreciate you guys. I don't know you, but I feel like I know you now. And I wish you were around when I was growing up. It reminded me of a lot of things. So I'm proud of you. Whatever you do, you're going to be blessed, and you're going to be okay. And I'm glad you have so much confidence in yourself. That's what we need now.
Thank you. Can we give our guests a round of applause? Excellent, excellent. Listen, thank you all so much for coming out and being a part of our studio audience, but also for you online for watching. If you want to go home and rewatch it, you want to see how cute you look on TV, please go to my YouTube channel, Alonda Hassel, and just make some comments and let us know what your favorite part is. And then also give us some ideas about who you would like to see up here, who you want to talk about. Like, I know some people said, I want to hear from the wives. I want to hear from women who are married. I want to do some stuff about hair. I want to do some stuff. So if you have any suggestions or ideas, we would love to hear from you. And we're so appreciative that you've taken the time out to come and be a part. We want to give a big round of applause again to Katia for our refreshments. Thank you so much. Thank you to our media team. Thank you to Bishop. So awesome. And I'm so excited. Thank you, and stay tuned for our next show. We'll make sure we have it up on our social media platforms, and you can get registered at Eventbrite. Thank you. Have a great night. Thank you so much. Before you go, if there's anyone
Hey
who would
everybody,
like
thank
to
you
give a
so much for
donation to
joining
really
me,
assist us
Alonda
with
Hassel,
what we
for
do
our
here,
Ladies Chat
we'd be
Talk
so
Show. It's so good to
Any
have you with
amount
us.
is
Listen,
a blessing.
we have some
Any
merchandise.
amount will do, and it helps us to do what we're doing and to do it better. Amen. We are grateful for the refreshments every time we do this, and our staff and everything. So if you would like to give a donation, Minister Janelle will come, but you can also give electronically, Cash App or Zelle, and we will be appreciative of that. All right? Thank you so much for coming. Love y'all. Don't forget also,
Hey
we
everybody,
have
thank you
Ladies
so much for
Chat
joining me.
Talk Show shirts. Aren't these cute? I feel like she speaks. I feel like this lady, she has character. So please go. So please support also by getting your t-shirt. Thank you so much.
Hey everybody, thank you so much for joining me,
Alonda Hassel, for our Ladies Chat Talk Show. It was so good to have you with us. Hey everybody, thank you so much for joining me, Alonda Hassel, for our Ladies Chat Talk Show. It was so good to have you with us. Listen, we have some merchandise, but you gotta be in the room to get it. These awesome Ladies Chat Talk Show t-shirts, would love for you to get them. We have refreshments. We have so many good things happening. So the next time we have our talk show, I need you in the room. We have our Eventbrite tickets available. Everything is free. I just need you to be here. Listen, make sure you join me on all social media platforms. Instagram, Alonda Hassel. Facebook, Alonda Hassel. Facebook, Know Your Worth. I would love to have you just follow so that you can stay abreast on what's going on, and I hope to see you soon. Be blessed.